So why did Lego choose to make this model? Well, like Lego, the camper van has many comparisons. It's probably one of the most nostalgic vehicles ever produced, with a long history, and it's probably also one of the most well-known and loved vehicles of all time. Like much in the way that Lego is a universal toy, the Volkswagen camper van is recognised all over the world. I think its unique character and charm contribute to how much people love this, and the fact that it's also one of the most customizable vehicles that's ever been produced. It's come in so many different shapes and sizes, interiors and exteriors, that it really lent itself to Lego perfectly. The 1962 Campmobile, or Splittie as Volkswagen enthusiasts like to call it, has got so many quirky functions and things that open, doors, like pop top, all kinds of stuff. And it's got lots of technical building within the model that I think lots of Lego fans will enjoy. I'm also hoping that it will appeal to a wider audience, not just Lego fans, for instance. I think the Volkswagen community out there will really appreciate this model, and I'm hoping that people that maybe have never played with Lego before purchase this and get a really good first Lego building experience from it. Well, when you first look at a camper van, from a distance, it kind of just looks like a rectangular box. And only when I started looking more in depth into this vehicle did I realise that actually camper vans are kind of shaped like a baked bean. All of the panels are curved, and this was going to prove to be one of the most challenging things to build out of Lego, which is traditionally very square and made up of flat surfaces. So one of the parts of the van that's probably the most challenging to build was the front of the van. Now, this is the most iconic and recognisable part of the Volkswagen camper van, so we wanted to get it just right. And it's not until you look a bit closer, again, like I said, that you really start to see that there's actually three curves on the front of the van. There's the curve of the paintwork, there's the curve going horizontally around the van like this, and then there's also the curve which slopes up to the roof, and that was quite a challenge to build. Then as you start to move around the model, you see that we had to include doors, and so we have all the doors, including the side ones. Then there's also the back door, which pops up like that, so you can get into the bed section. One of the things that the Volkswagen was known for was the fact that the engine was mounted in the back above the wheels, and so we had to squeeze that in as well, and that was quite a challenge, getting that in between the wheels. And here's another little cool feature that was also included in some of the original vans, is that we've got the safari windows at the front there that open up. Then, of course, one of the most recognisable features about the camper vans was the pop top, which everybody knows and loves. And so this is really one of the parts of the model that is very unique. This is something that's never been done in Lego before. We had to have new fabric cut for it, and this really was a challenge to fit a function such as this into such a tight space. Okay, so another part of the Volkswagen that we've tried to keep true to the original is the interior driver's section of the vehicle. As you can see, the steering wheel is at the right angle, and we've got the gear stick coming up from the floor, much like in the original. And the iconic speed dial some of the fans out there might recognise as the clock element that we use in a lot of other models. Now, moving on to the interior, it was really tricky to decide what interior to do. The camper van came in so many different shapes and styles and different designs that it was really, which one to choose inside was quite a hard decision. And in the end, we decided to make it in line with the original Westphalia interior. And so what we have inside, if we open the doors, there's a little sink unit, and then we have a nice bench here. They have the fold-down table. Then we also have the opening cupboard with a mirror on it. There's also the fold-down bed. I'm a bit of a surfer at heart myself, and so I wanted to put some of those icons into the model. So not only is the colour scheme quite unique to the 60s kind of hippie movement, it's also, we have a lava lamp in the back corner there, and we also have a painting on the wall with a special graphic designed with a surfboard and a little guy surfing on a wave. And I had to get my initials in somewhere in the model, of course, as designers at Lego like to do. And so the initials my initials are printed there on the surfboard. Also, one of the things that kind of ties this model into the sort of 1960s flower power movement is that was quite a nice addition, was we hung a T-shirt in the window, and on the T-shirt is written "Make Lego models, not war," which I thought was quite fun. That's pretty much the camper van in all. One of the nice things about it when you've built the model is that, as you can see, the roof comes off, and we've really tried to make it as accessible as possible. So once you build the model, you can then really show it off to your friends.